Okay, everybody, please be seated. Before we begin today's festivities, I'd like to take a moment to ask of you all to take a second to please silence your cell phones and remain seated before we begin our ceremony. Thank you. The day is finally here. This is a very special day for our beautiful bride, Vivian Xiaowei Pinelli, and her handsome, very Depjai, Duan Te Ai. It's only taken 12 whole years, but we're finally here. Some people would have done it in 4, but you know. But no, seriously, I'd like to take a moment to welcome all of you and show our humble gratitude and both appreciation and in hospitality to be here with us today, honoring both our bride and our groom. On behalf of the couple, I welcome you to celebrate this day of love, celebration of happiness, and the celebration of a new chapter for which they will embark. Throughout the years that I've known both Don and Vivian, I will have to admit, I do not know of a more compatible couple. Their love and their relationship is a living, physical representation of what many people seek in their lifetime. Their relationship, it embodies patience, effortlessness, and eternal attraction, respect, companionship, selflessness, compassion. Anyways, I'll stop here, for as we have already witnessed, this list can go on. With everything we've witnessed, what I've listed are not attributes that were accumulated overnight, but an accumulation of experiences that they have built together in over a decade, leading up to this very moment. They've been together for 12 years. If anyone has noticed, I've listed patience as the first list in the attributes. The wait is finally over, Vivian. At this point, you'd probably have your PhD in patience if that was a potential degree. As long as I've known this man, Don, he will move mountains for the ones he loves. He will put himself before you in a life and death situation, and in a heartbeat, he will put you first always. Don is a selfless man, and I think Vivian can recall in their previous life the moment he had gotten into a car accident, all the while just trying to text her. And I bet during this episode, Don was just very excited to text you back. Everyone who knows Don pretty well knows that when Don is excited, he tends to get this high shriek in his voice. And as far as I can remember, Vivian, you were the one who always made him that excited. This couple has been through it all from their teenage years to adulthood, and I suspect that there are many more years to come. I remember in the early days of our adolescence years, Don, you were quite fashionable. From our tall tees to our size 38 baggy jeans to breakdancing and our days of wearing do-rags. What a time. Anyways, if Vivian can love you through all that, bro, I think that she will not have any qualms in loving you for anything else to come. She has seen you for you, and I don't believe that there is much more to add to that. But at this point, I'm just rambling. So let's begin our ceremony. Dearly beloved, we are assembled here today in the presence of whom we adore, the presence of our family, our friends, and our loving guests, to help with the celebration of our matrimony. Those of us in attendance today are present to witness a statement of lasting love and commitment between Don Te Ai and Vivian Xiaowei Pinelli. The ceremonial union of two people in marriage in its primordial form is as ancient as our very humanity, and yet it is still as fresh as each day's sunrise. The commitment of love between Don and Vivian speaks of their shared experiences together. It speaks of their dreams for the future, knowing the importance of each other, of them as individuals, as well as the special bond that they share together. It speaks to the importance of their community of family and friends. Everyone gathered here today was invited to the ceremony because you all had played a very important role in part of their lives. You are present in this ceremony to celebrate their marriage and to witness the vows of their love to one another. As we move forward in this celebration, I'd like to offer you a reading that is written by a man named Wilfred A. Peterson. This piece is called The Art of Marriage. The little things are the big things. It is never too old to hold hands. It is remembering to say, I love you at least once a day. It is never going to sleep angry. It is at no time taking the other for granted. The courtship should not end just with the honeymoon. It should continue through all the years. It is speaking the words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It is not expecting the husband to wear a halo or the wife to have wings of an angel. It is not looking for perfection in each other. It is cultivating flexibility, patience, understanding, and a sense of humor. It is having the capacity to forgive and forget. It is giving each other an atmosphere in which each can grow. It is finding room for the things of the Spirit. It is common search for the good and the beautiful. It is establishing a relationship in which the independence is equal, dependence is mutual, and the obligation is reciprocal. It is not only marrying the right partner, it is being the right partner. Don and Vivian, your love is something that you both cherish so much that it has moved you to join in the union of marriage and create a home together. Today, you dedicate your lives to giving one another happiness and support. To be certain, entering into the covenant of marriage is an act of deep trust and faith in the strength of your love. To be certain, entering into the covenant of marriage is the act of willfulness, selflessness, and commitment to each other's well-being. To be certain, entering into the covenant of marriage, your marriage is based on sincere acceptance of one another as you are in each moment. The pledge you make here today expresses your devotion to one another and the love you share. Today, in the presence of your family and friends, you pronounce your love for each other and make a commitment that will define the next phase of your journey. We celebrate it with you and wish you an everlasting lifetime together. At this point, I'd like to open the stage to the couples and have them recite their vows. Don, will you please recite your vows to your lovely bride?
Vivian, the time we have spent together have been the best days of my life. It is impossible to find the words to explain the love that I have for you, and you are my world. You have always been there for me when no one else was. You support my dreams and my goals, and are always there to listen when I have something to say. You pick me up when people knock me down, but most importantly, you always knew how to put a smile on my face. Throughout our relationship, you have taught me how to be a better person and partner. You taught me that it is okay for a man to cry, and letting your emotions out is therapy. I truly am grateful for you, and I wouldn't be the person I am today if I didn't have you in my life. What I love most about you is that you always have been consistent and not being shy to show me that I am important, and that you constantly remind me of how much I am loved. Thank you for always making me feel special and wanted. You continuously amaze me every day with how you are able to see the positive side to everything that happens, even if it is negative. You are compassionate and have no boundary in what you would do for the ones that you love. You are loyal, super intelligent, trustworthy, and I always know what to do to make my day much better. I still can't get over how lucky I am to have you in my life. I am so proud of the woman you have become, and I'm excited to start the rest of my life with you as my wife. Though the journey will have its obstacles, I know confidently that I will be able to achieve anything with you by my side. Vivian, as I stand here before you, I make to you the following commitments. I promise to always hold your hands during the day and rub your back at night. I promise to always I promise to always do my best to keep you laughing even if it means doing something ridiculously silly. Oh man. I promise to remember what you wore on our first date. And I promise to always put you and our family first. I promise to never go to bed angry. And I promise to always support, protect, and love you with everything that I have. Out of all the decisions I have ever made, I can honestly say that this is by far the easiest decision I have ever made. August 8th will forever be my favorite day because that is the day I get to marry you, my best friend and my soulmate. I love you.
Thank you, Don. Vivian, will you please recite your vows to your beloved groom?
So, on this day 12 years ago, I asked you to be my boyfriend. I could have never expected the adventure that was in store for both of us. Because of you, I've had an opportunity to fully open up to someone and express my biggest dreams and my worst fears, share my secrets, and completely be vulnerable. You teach me something new every day and always manage to keep me laughing. I light up when you walk into a room, and I can't wait to see you again when you're not around. You are my favorite person. How could I not want to marry you? We've stayed strong through ups and downs of life. You've been by my side to celebrate my achievements and monumental life experiences. You've given me the freedom to find myself as a teenage girl, as a young adult, and now a woman. And you've dried my tears and taken care of me when I needed you the most and stood by my side when the odds weren't in my favor. And with that, I promise to love you without reservation, comfort you in times of distress, encourage you to achieve all of your goals, laugh with you, cry with you, grow with you, in mind and spirit, and always be open and honest with you and cherish you for as long as we both shall live.
Thank you, Vivian. I'd like to remind the guests that today is August 8th, and given today's date, the symbol of their love is a representation of the symbol of infinity. It is a representation of a new saga for which they'll embark. It is an elegant, a simple, yet beautiful design. The infinity symbol is associated with eternal love. It is infinite, it is limitless, and endless. The word infinity comes from the Latin word infinitas, which means unboundedness, having no limits and no ends. Since ancient times, the ring has been a symbol of an unbroken circle of love with no beginning and no end. Love is given freely. It has no giver and no receiver, for which each is the giver and each is the receiver. May these rings always remind you the freedom and the power of this commitment you make here today. Don, will you please take this ring and repeat after me? Dawn, placing this ring on Vivian's finger, repeat after me. Vivian, I give you this ring
Vivian, I give you this ring
as a sign of my vow
as a sign of my vow
to love, honor, and cherish you.
to love, honor, and cherish you.
And Vivian, placing the ring on Dawn's finger, will you repeat after me? Dawn, I give you this ring
Dawn, I give you this ring
as a sign of my vow
as a sign of my vow
to love, honor, and cherish you.
to love, honor, and cherish you.
Vivian and Dawn have chosen as a couple to perform a love letter and wine box ceremony. This box contains a bottle of wine and a love letter from each other to each other. The letter describes the good qualities they find in one another, the reasons why they fell in love, and the reason they chose to marry. You have created your very own time capsule to be opened on your 5th wedding anniversary. Vivian and Dawn, you may now seal the box. Dawn and Vivian, in much as you have pledged yourselves to each other and have declared the same in the presence of this company, by the exchange of vows and giving and receiving of the rings, by the power invested in me, I pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present to you the new Mr. and Mrs. Thai.